Okay, so we're in Sandra Collins' room. I was going to say apartment, but I think she lives with her parents. And right now we're looking for something that will either get us into auto tech or into the water tower at
Nothing too fascinating about these clothes.
the water tower above Rusty's Funhouse on the roof. And so I think either way is a I think either would represent a path forward, but right now we don't really have a path forward, so we need one or the other. So if we look around here, we might find something that will lead us one way or in one of those two directions. What do we have here? We have Sandra Collins' resume, and as we see, she's a graduate student at Cal. Looks like she took a little time off between undergrad and graduate school. Good student. And involved in holographic projection systems. That seems to be her specialty. Not something I'm familiar with, but maybe it's a real thing. Let's look around a little bit more.
San Francisco Tech doesn't have any major sports teams. They probably wave these pennants during chess tournaments.
As far as I'm aware, there is no San Francisco Tech. Of course, there is a Cal.
These masks look vaguely ominous.
They look a little weird. So one of the things I'll notice, I think this is the room from the cutscene at the beginning of the movie, during the intro movie at the beginning of the game. It looks like they've stripped all the sheets and bed coverings.
Well, the bed looks comfy, but there'll be plenty of time for a nap later.
I don't think it looks comfy. I think it looks like a bare mattress.
Ah, a color print from the Allen collection of Mayan art. Never heard of it.
I have not either. What else do we have here? I guess we should look in these drawers. You kind of angle down. There we go.
Nothing in here but unmentionables.
That just looks like clothes to me, Tex.
Nothing in here but
Okay.
Nothing in here.
Empty drawer.
Nothing in here.
And as Tex mentioned at the end of the last video, I can get higher than this, right? There we go. These look like socks.
Nothing in here but unmentionables.
Again, those look like socks. As Tex mentioned at the end of the last video, the police have already been here, and nothing's been touched since, but it's already been tossed by the police, so we're probably not going to find too many things. The one thing we are going to find is over here in the corner. I had some crashing issues, so I've already been through this room once, and it took me a little while to find this, but I'll find it relatively quickly now. And it is an Autotech security card.
An Autotech security card. I wonder if Sandra Collins worked at Autotech. No. Fitzpatrick said she worked at the college. Maybe this card was dropped by whoever killed her.
Yeah, we also have seen her resume, and Autotech is not on there. So we now have an Autotech security card, which will get us into Autotech. I don't know if there's anything else in this room. I looked for quite a while on sort of the playthrough where I kept crashing and didn't find anything. So I'm going to assume there isn't, and that we can go ahead and leave now. So the next place for us to go is to Autotech, and we will go there now.
Autotech is housed in a nondescript building in the industrial sector. I go around to a side door and slip the card through the scanner. The door clicks open and I find myself in an empty lobby.
Okay, so now we're at the lobby for Autotech. There are a few things we need to grab here relatively quickly. There's not much to look at in the lobby. Here's one of the things we need. It is a hairbrush.
A PC magazine. I wonder why they don't provide any decent reading material like True Detective or Highlights.
Here's another thing we need. Whoa, right over here.
This cord controls the blinds.
That took me a while to find. I knew there was a cord from having played this a few years ago, but I couldn't remember what it was. I thought it was a shoelace. Probably because a curtain cord makes even less sense. But we're going to do the one sort of really Roberta Williams-y kind of logic thing that I could remember in this game, and that's we're going to combine a curtain cord and a hairbrush. And that's going to give us a brush with cord.
This makes a really wimpy grappling hook.
And it is, as Tex said, a wimpy grappling hook. But we need that in this very room, as a matter of fact. So one of the other things we need is over here.
It's a card marked Visitor's Pass.
Go ahead and take a look at
It's a
this.
Visitor's Pass.
It is a Visitor's Pass. Thank you, Tex. Number 14, we need to remember that. And we need to look into the security booth here.
Nothing too interesting to see through the glass in the reception area. Wait. That clipboard looks interesting.
So there's a clipboard in there. And this is the other thing I discovered when I was just playing a little while ago. The turn speed is related to the frame rate. So it's really framey right here for some reason, and then whoosh. I'm not moving the mouse. It is where it is. It's turning, but the turn speed is just insane depending on which direction you're looking. And that's part of what makes the controls so squirrely. But anyways, what's this over here?
It's a clipboard with what appears to be check-in codes written on it. Unfortunately, the writing's too small for me to make out, and I can't quite reach it. It's just out of reach.
Just out of reach. Good thing we have a really wimpy grappling hook. Okay. And whoa, there's that framey turning again.
From looking at this clipboard, I'd guess that every visitor at Autotech is given their own access code.
So we are visitor number 14, and that means our access code is 8338. There we go. So we're going to come in through here, and we are going to immediately save. And then that cufflink we had that we think is from the Black Arrow Killer has DH as the initials. This happens to be Dag Horton's office, so why don't we go in here and see what we find? Okay, there is some stuff to look around and find in this room, and we will do that later, but we're not going to do it right now. And the reason is because we are already in trouble. As you can see right here, sort of the unofficial but universal symbol for "you're in danger" in a Tex Murphy game is that the travel button is not available. And in fact, here, it isn't just because we're in trouble. In fact, we're already dead. We just don't know it yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and we're going to walk right back out into the hallway.
I must have triggered a silent alarm when I opened Horton's door. I guess I should have dealt with the security guard first.
So that's our first death, and as far as I know, this is the first time you can die in the Pandora Directive here on day 3. We have to deal with that security guard. I know how to do it, so we're going to do it relatively quickly so that we can actually explore Autotech. I will say I have been having crashing problems in Autotech, and so I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the hallway if I can avoid it, because that's where the crashing happens. Instead, I'm going to focus on taking out the security guard and then exploring the offices with as little time in the hallways where the crashing bug happens as possible. So we are going to load, and we are going to take care of the security guard really quickly. So the easiest way to do it is to come over here, open this door, go ahead and hop into this room. We want to get this industrial strength soap, and we also want to get this mop, and we want to position ourselves right here. Not quite right here. Right here is perfect. So, one of the great things in Tex Murphy games is you don't actually need to be close to things to interact with them. You just have to have line of sight. So, box of soap on that mop station right there. Then we use the mop on the mop station. And then very quickly, we're going to open this door to trigger an alarm. And then we're going to close this door. And I accidentally skipped over the part where the security guard comes out and falls down.
I dragged the big goon into the storage closet and braced the door with a mop. That should keep him out of my way for a while.
I accidentally skipped over the part where he runs. Well, I'm just going to load and do it again so I don't accidentally skip over that part. Okay, so again, over here to the closet. Open the closet. Grab this soap. Get in here, turn around. Whoop. He does patrol from time to time, so we want to make sure we're not too slow. Okay. Use the soap. Use the mop. Trigger the alarm.
I dragged the big goon into the storage closet and braced the door with a mop. That should keep him out of my way for a while.
There, I didn't want to deprive anybody of that cutscene. So we're going to save again so that we don't have to deal with the goon again if we get a crash or something. I will show you this. You can just open this and let him out, and then you'll die. There's no reason to do that, obviously. As long as you don't do that, he'll stay in there, and you'll be safe to explore Autotech. So let's start with Dag Horton's office.
One of these guys must be Horton. Now I'll be able to recognize him. At least I've got the name of the Black Arrow Killer. Now I just need to find him and stop him before he gets to Emily.
So Tex is already convinced that Dag Horton is the Black Arrow Killer.
A little Bo Peep.
Oh, there's a statue of Art. I mean, I guess it's. I don't know that it's Artemis, but it is a female with a bow, sort of with. I don't know, sort of sexualized or in a vaguely not really classical style, maybe like a neo sort of classical style. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyways, that does kind of having the archer there kind of makes you think that maybe he is the Black Arrow Killer. What else do we have here in the office? Several wanted posters.
Angel Darling, wanted for murder, armed robbery, and smoking in a federal building. This looks like the collectible Patty Hearst wanted poster. Mickey the Moose, wanted for pandering and illegal organ donation. Slick Molson, looks like a hairy Clint Eastwood. I'd better not use this vid phone. It's probably bugged.
So I think these wanted posters are supposed to clue you in that Dag Horton may be a law enforcement officer of some kind. It's not really clear what yet, but...
A music CD player. I guess even cold-blooded killers enjoy a good tune now and again. A music CD.
There's something in there that doesn't look like a CD.
Kind of a lame hiding place for a key.
And that kind of spoils that is the filing cabinet key.
A necklace, huh? Horton must keep it here for special occasions. Unless I miss my guess, it looks like the Black Arrow Killer took a little memento from his last victim.
Well, that's pretty damning.
Looks like the same kind of junk I keep in the top drawer of my desk. Inside the Microphone Cartel. Oh yeah, I remember reading about this book, but for some reason it never got published. Looks like a sticky note. I wonder if this Gary Lee and Crazy Gary could be one and the same. Maybe I should check into the alley in back of the Golden Gate Hotel.
Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to get out of that, but yeah.
Hyperpenium 360. Whoever this guy works for, they certainly get good equipment.
Since we have the file cabinet key, let's go and unlock the filing cabinets.
Well, that won't work. That doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay, only this one was closed. Or locked, I should say. Let's step up and tilt the camera down.
I'll have to keep my eyes open for the key to this drawer. I'll have to keep my...
Are there different keys for each of the drawers?
A llama matchbook tin. I'd walk a kilometer for a llama. A llama cigarette tin. I'd walk a kilometer for a llama. 2 of these surveillance photos show Emily in the Flamingo. The others must be of Sandra Collins.
That's creepy.
Another...
Okay, so we can only open one drawer in each cabinet. And we don't have the key for the Artemis cabinet.
I'll have to keep my eyes open for the key to this drawer.
And maybe we don't need it, who knows. But we definitely have some creepy photos. Let's save again. Like I said, I've had some crashing issues here in Autotech. Luckily, in this game, when you crash and you reload it, it just starts you right where you crashed. But I just would rather be extra cautious. Okay, what do we have here? Jackson Cross.
This office belongs to someone named Jackson Cross.
We can't even try to open that. Evidence room, but it has a key code thing.
I don't think anyone else is here, but I don't want to take any chances. Getting caught in here would not be good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so...
Evidence room? I wonder what kind of place Autotech really is. Looks like it's locked. Looks like I'll need to find a special card and passcode before I can open that door.
And I don't think we have one. We can check Dag Horton's office some more. I don't know if we missed anything in there. I think we kind of checked everything. I mean, this looks a little suspicious, but nothing highlights. We can't move that. Anything under the desk? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm going to assume that there is a pass to that evidence room, and we need it. We'll find it at some point, but... Oh, wait, is it here?
This key looks like it might go to a padlock.
Okay. I'm glad we didn't miss this.
Oh, a Meisterlock padlock key.
This will allow us to get into the Meisterlock padlock that is locking the water tower above Rusty's Funhouse. So that seems like a natural place to go next. And I don't know if we're in danger or not, so I'm going to save. That music didn't make me feel safe. I mean, the travel button's available, so I don't know.
I climbed the ladder to the water tower trap door and used the padlock key from Horton's office on the Meister lock. The Key fits like a glove.
Well, now I think we do know for a fact that...
Yeah, this clamp's been sprung. Useless. Looks like whoever was here had a set of permanent markers and too much free time.
We do know for a fact now that Dag Horton is the stalker, at least.
It's like the wrench is useless. It's got a crack in it. This looks like some kind of viewing device. Unless I miss my guess, it's pointed right at Emily's apartment window. Well, nothing's going on in Emily's room right at the moment. Well, nothing's going on in Emily's room right at the moment.
Are we sure? That looks like a guy in there. I guess not. Anyways, we now have... We definitely now have some stuff to take to Emily. So why don't we do that? Was there nothing else in there? I want to check one more time. Not that it's a big pain in the butt to come back up here, but it feels like there should be something for us to get. I didn't see anything else on the floor. Wait, yep, up. Spoke too soon.
An empty film roll case. Wonder where that came from.
Oh, that's nothing.
Looks like whoever was here had a set of permanent markers and too much...
Okay. Okay, so I actually don't see anything here. Okay. Well, I don't know if we can call Emily or if we just have to go to the alley and hope that Gus Leach will let us in.
This must be the back door to the Flamingo. It's all locked up.
Okay, so we can't go in through the back. Oh, you know what? Crazy Gary. We have that sticky note that tells us to go talk to Crazy Gary. We should do that. That's likely to move the story forward.
Rejoining your frequent inquiries has produced in me a sensation of dehydration. Perhaps soon you will consider making an additional offering? Yes, that is my name, though I am aware that it is not the name I am known by. Yes, I know him. He came to me bearing a bottle of exquisite scotch. In exchange, I was to watch to see what deliveries were made to the Fuchsia Flamingo nightclub. Earlier today, I spoke with him and told him that I saw a package delivered yesterday. He was very pleased. I am unable to.
So I guess like I don't know what we're supposed to do with that information from Gary. My thought was maybe there's a package back here. I don't see one right now. And then my other thought was maybe there's a crap, man, this is so squirrely. A piece of packaging that might be a clue. But I'm not seeing anything. I mean, there are so many of these trash cans back here in this particular area are like not polygonal, but they exist. They're not just like flat 2D sprites. And so my thought was, well, there's got to be a reason for that, but maybe there isn't. Still locked?
It's all locked up.
Yeah. Ugh. And we can't go in the front. Just doesn't function. Let's go back to the water tower. And let's see if there is something to see through those peepers now. I know that's how you trigger the end of this day. I just don't know what you have to do beforehand to be eligible for it.
What are you doing? Late! There is somebody up in Emily's room. Look, I've had it with you. You're gonna carry me out of a stretcher. I swear to God, if you don't let me go, he's gonna kill her.
You better be on the level.
Are you okay? Yes. I gotta catch that guy. Hey! I take the back stairs of the Flamingo down to the street. Maybe I can still catch the Black Arrow killer before he gets out of the neighborhood.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's not up here yet. I'm trying to remember how to end this, and I think we have to talk to somebody first.
Listen, Rook, I'm looking for a man. He's dressed all in black and he just attacked a girl over at the Flamingo. Have you seen him?
Yes, I heard a noise outside my shop. When I went out to look, I caught a glimpse of a black figure. A moment ago, I heard a noise on top of my roof, but I don't know how it could have got.
Okay. So now we know that he's on top of the roof. Okay, there he is. We're going to save here, because we can die here. We probably will, because the controls are so bad.
Track you down, sucker. Looks like Horton's waiting for something. Maybe a ride home. I better move fast.
Okay, let's save here again, since we managed to make that first... we managed to negotiate that first hurdle. There's no guarantee we will the next. Gotta really tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Yeah.
I clearly violated PI rule number 2. Hide from people carrying guns. The Black Arrow killer catches sight of me and pumps me full of lead. I should have tried to catch him off guard.
Well, I was trying to do that, Tex, but unfortunately, the good old games versions of software are usually pretty good, but this one has some squirrel.
Get back up here. I'm not through with you yet. You picked the wrong PI to screw with today, pal.
Well, well. It isn't Mr. NSA alumnus Dag Horton. I have the strangest feeling he's not the real Black Arrow killer. I'm missing part of the picture here, but what is it? And what's the connection to Malloy? The cops show up right after I get a peek under Dag Horton's mask. They take my statement, then ask if I'd like to come and try the new coffee blend down at the station. I happen to know their coffee tastes like llama spit, but they're just being civil. When we get to the police station, I'm escorted into Mac Malden's office.
You don't say. Yeah? Who told you that? Did you know the guy you threw off the roof?
I didn't throw anybody off the roof, okay? Like I told your lackeys out there, we were rollerblading. Things got out of hand. He jammed his wheel, and the next thing I know...
You seem to forget I'm a cop, and I'm a tired, pissed-off cop. If you keep getting on my nerves, I can put you in a drunk tank. We can do this whole thing again tomorrow. So, you chase the guy up to Rusty's funhouse. Then what?
Well, there was a black Avatar speeder up on the roof waiting for the guy. I jumped him, and we struggled, but he went right over the top.
We got a witness says the attacker was carrying a box when he ran from the Flamingo. We didn't find it. You know anything about that?
No. I've told you everything I know.
All right, Murphy. You can go. Your story matches up.
Right?
There's one more thing. The NSA is getting involved in this. They're interested in that missing box. They're gonna want to talk to you. Don't get too smart on this one, Murphy. You're in way over your head.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, you're welcome. One more thing.
Oh, man, this is not what you're gonna tell me. Stick around in town. We might have to ask you some more questions. How many times have you told me that over the last 10 years? This case is getting way too complicated. There's a connection between Horton, the NSA, and the box Horton stole from Emily's apartment. But what is it? The NSA getting involved worries me. And then there's that gorgeous woman who got me off the hook. Who's she? I guess I need a plan of action. But first I need to talk to Emily and find out what she knows about Malloy. And then about the box Horton stole from her apartment. Sheesh, it's gonna be a busy day.
Just the man I want to talk to. I understand the Black Arrow killer struck for the last time. Care to make any comment?
Yeah, I've got a name for you. Dag Horton.
Thanks for the lead. I'll see what I can find out about this Horton guy. This could be just what I need to top off my story on the Black Arrow killer cover-up.
Yeah, I'm sure the NSA's just gonna love it.
Yeah, I know. That's not in my area. I can't help you, but I'll check my sources. Autotech. Gee, that sounds familiar. Wish I could help you with it. There's nothing I'd like more than to light a fire under the National Surveillance Agency. It's like they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Well, I arrived safe and sound in Phoenix. It's almost as hot here as it was in your apartment the other day. Well, I just called to say hi, so... Well, I arrived safe and sound in Phoenix. It's almost as hot here as it was in your apartment the other day. Well, I just called to say hi, so... Hi.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so as Tex mentioned, we have a full sort of schedule of things to do on our plate today. We saw something fall out of Dag Horton's pocket up on the roof of Rook's pawn shop. We should check that out. We need to go talk to Emily to find out, number one, what was delivered to her. Number two, why Dag Horton was after her. And I think also, I just get the sense that she promised to give us, this is not really a sense, she told us that she promised she'd give us information about Malloy, which is still supposedly our job right now, is to find him. So we'll do that. In addition to that, there's more to do at Autotech. That's pretty clear. There's an evidence room we couldn't get into. maybe we'll be able to find some way in there based off of fighting something on the roof or in the water tower now that we're on day 4. But we've sort of finished, I would say, sort of the first third or so of the game, which is the Black Arrow Killer plot line. And now we're about to head into sort of the more main plot, which is related to the Black Arrow Killer, but we're gonna start to learn a lot more, see more pieces of the puzzle coming together. So we'll get started on that next time. See you then. Bye.